A Muslim's been caught on my Jesus claiming to be God 3 times in 2 sentences page. He's not really been interacting with the actual points I'm making. He's just basically vomiting up the whole, only the Father knows the day and the hour. He's pointing out Mark 13, 32, and 33. But about that day or hour, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, only the Father. So Jesus doesn't know this, so he can't be God. Well, this has been addressed ad nauseum. I'm not even going to bother to go into it more. I want to ask Muslims who critique the Christian faith, and I'm sure this is a favorite passage of yours that you use in critiquing the Christian faith, and that's fine. What I want to know is this. You accept Mark 13:32 as an authentic saying of Jesus Christ. And you have good reasons to do so. I'm going to bring up a page of textual variants and see, are there any textual variants concerning Mark 13:32? These are all the textual variants. Are there any manuscripts where that phrase doesn't occur? There's a textual variant in Mark 12:36 among the manuscripts, and the next one is Mark 13:33. So no, there aren't any textual variants in Mark 13:32. It's in every extant manuscript, that expression, only the Son knows. Or excuse me, only the Father knows, the Son does not know. Fine. So that's pretty good reason to accept that as an authentic saying of Jesus Christ. Now, I'll point out that in Matthew 24, the same discourse, the Olivet Discourse, it says, about that day or hour no one knows, not the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. There's a little footnote here. F, Matthew 24:36, some manuscripts do not have nor the Son. That is true. Let's go to the textual variants in Matthew 24, Matthew 19, down, 23, 24:36. There are some texts that read, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but the Father only. Some read, no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, but the Father only. Now, in Luke, that saying doesn't occur at all. In Luke's version of the Olivet Discourse. Now, if I wanted to, and I'm not gonna, but if I wanted to, I could say, I don't know if that's an authentic saying of Jesus because it only occurs in some of Matthew's manuscripts. It doesn't occur in Luke's manuscripts. And yeah, alright, it occurs in Mark's, but whatever. I'm not sure if that's an authentic saying of Jesus. I'm not going to say that. But, as far as I'm concerned, you have good reason to accept that as an authentic saying of Jesus Christ. No problem. So, with all this in mind, I want to take a look at Mark 8. And this is for the Muslims there. This is what's going on in Ceaserea Philippi. And he asks his apostles, who do people say that I am? And they replied, John the Baptist, or Elijah, still other, one of the prophets. What about you? Who do you say that I am? Peter answered, you are the Messiah. Jesus warned them not to tell anything about him. Okay. Here's where I want to ask the Muslims a question. Because you accept Mark 13:32, he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the chief priests, and that he must be killed, and after 3 days rise again. This is Mark 9:31. He began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, the priests, the teachers of the law. He must be killed, after 3 days rise again. Now, let's take a look at the same narrative in Matthew's Gospel, or excuse me, Luke's Gospel. And once again, this is in Ceaserea Philippi. It's in praying private, and the disciples were with him. They asked, who He asked them, who do the crowd say I am? Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others the prophets, come back to life. What about you? Who do you say that I am? Peter answered, God's Messiah. Then he said, Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected by the elders, chief priests, and the teachers of the law, and he must be killed on the third day and be raised to life. Alright, so that's in Luke's Gospel. And lastly, here's Matthew 16. There's a little more dialogue. Blessed are you, Simon. No mere man has shown this to you. My Father in heaven has shown it to you. You are Peter, on this rock I will build my church. From this time, Jesus began to explain to his disciples what would happen to him. He said he must go into Jerusalem. There he must suffer many things from the elders, the chief priests, and the teachers of the law. He must be killed, and on the third day rise to life again. So that's in Jesus predicting his death is in all three of the gospel narratives. Alright, let's take a look. Let's look at Matthew 16. Are there any textual variants in Matthew 16 concerning what Jesus said? Now let's see. Who do you say the Son of Man is? There's some textual variants there. Began showing his disciples. Jesus began showing his disciples. Jesus Christ began showing his disciples. He began showing his disciples. So those are the only textual variants in Matthew 16. Alright, let's see about Luke 10. Any textual, excuse me, Luke 9. Any textual variants there? There's Luke 9:2. And then the next textual variant is Luke 9:26. No textual variants in there. You know, that Jesus predicted his death is in every manuscript of Luke. Lastly, Mark. This is Mark 8. Let's go through Mark 8:38 and then Mark 9. Nowhere in this are there any textual variants whatsoever concerning Jesus predicting his death. So basically, you have Jesus saying something in not one, not two, all three of the gospel narratives. Have it in every single extant manuscript of that gospel. Muslims then, with that in mind, why do you accept a saying of Jesus Christ as authentic that only occurs in 100% of one of the Gospels manuscripts, occurs in some Matthew's manuscripts, and doesn't occur in Luke, and you accept that as authentic? Why do you not accept what Jesus said about predicting his death as being authentic? Now, I know why you don't. It's because he's considered a prophet of Allah, and prophets of Allah do not make predictions concerning things that do not happen. The Quran says that Jesus didn't die on a cross, and it also said that Jesus is a prophet. The Quran, frankly, is wrong on one of these two charges, and is not inspired by God. Which one of these two is the Quran wrong on? Is it wrong that Jesus didn't die on a cross, or is it wrong that Jesus is one of God's prophets? Because it can't be right on both with these texts in mind.